And we are back. Okay. Hell Room. I've got lines for the first three grunts. I don't have a line for Tabitha and Maxi. And part of the reason for that is Maxi, I think I kind of do, but I don't want to do the line because it means I have to sack Executor amongst others. I'm fine with the others. I'm not fine with losing Executor. Um, if we get a Lilligant here, I can save him. Anything else, and he's just dead. Also, if the Lilligant's got really bad stats, then I'm not pumping hard scales into it. So it would also just mean Executor's dead. What I'm basically alluding to is that Executor's pretty much dead. Yeah, he's dead. It's not what I wanted to see at all. For fuck's sake. No, you know what? The only fucking Liverpool player I think I've ever hated. Fucking gobshite. Let's turn the repel off. An escape rope. An escape rope. Can never get this thing. My God. Well, let's heal first. And then, so I need Arcanine. None of you four. I mean, like, I feel like, wait, what? What the fuck? Chlorophyll? I thought this thing only gets gluttony. No, of course it gets chlorophyll because Tabitha's one at Mount Chimney gets. Oh, okay, I know what I've done. So let me just. I don't think this will work. I still think he's not good enough. He will at least outspeed. There's a chance we can use him. There's a chance we've just saved Executor's life. I'm not going to look at that now. I need to just get through these next grunts. Um, thing with Executor is that he's the only grass type, I think, because he's not weak to fire, that can take a move from Groudon, never be crit, and then respond with a kill. He would then the next turn need to be sacked. With the others, what I initially thought was just Lilligant. When I had a look in the calc and seen what kind of ranges they need, only a Lilligant with like a really bad special attack, or ironically a really high speed, wouldn't work. A Lilligant would always work because it would always be enough. Even if we have to invest our grass gem, it could always take Groudon and then bait in Naganadel. And it'll bait in Naganadel for Flamethrower, and that sets up our line perfectly. The problem with Victory Bell is that when I looked at it, I just don't think he hits the damage ranges. He is plus special attack though. Yeah, sorry. So I thought that Victory Bell had gluttony because I've used obviously one of the enemy AI trainers' Victory Bells as a base rather because I don't have anything to like import, so I've had to use theirs as a base and then tweaked it and then changed the IVs to like low, high, etc. Completely missing the fact that the usually what I've noticed in this game is that if an enemy AI has an ability, it's usually hidden ability, which is definitely the case of Gluttony here, and you don't get access to that. I kind of forgot that with when looking at this victory bell that like the ability is wrong. I don't think it's enough. Maybe there's a world where he can chip because he'll do massive damage if he outspeeds. Maybe there's a world where he can do enough damage that we can send in something that can just like prio kill and then bait the next thing correctly. I don't know. I don't think that that's likely, but can't get hung up on that right now. Okay. Let's do items. We need two shed shells on our fire types because they are absolutely not allowed to die. We need a life orb on Excadrill. I'm hoping he needs that. There's two different lines on this, and on one of those lines, Excadrill needs a life orb, and I would much rather that line because it's safe. But it's a 50-50 coin flip which one we get. That will make sense in a minute. Um, Rock Tomb on Excadrill, and we can go over Smart Strike here because Smart Strike's a TM. Okay. Where else do we need to go from here? Any pre-damage on Infernape? Let me just check this pre-damage one more time really quickly. So he's going to use close combat, which means that he's a -1 and -1. And we need Sludge Bomb to see 162. Well, I need to be at 162 HP so that he always sees Sludge Bomb as more my point. Do we not want to be lower than that? How does he fare into HP Grass? So this is risky. I think we go extremely low with his HP, like min-max it. It's only Hurricane that's a problem. Like if he goes any of the other three moves, we've got counters for like if okay, so let me just explain what I'm looking at here on the calc because I don't put the calc on screen anymore. Um it's not in the sun, does that matter? Well, I mean that's only gonna detriment him. Okay, so what I'm looking at here is that if I send Infernape into this next fight at full HP, he's going to kill the lead Kangaskhan, and then that will always bait in Crobat. Crobat always sees a kill with Hurricane specifically at 100 HP. It does over 100. That's sorry, that's without the defense drops as well. By the way, uh, that's bad because he outspeeds everything I've got except for Dragapult, and Dragapult can't win a one-on-one with this Crobat if he's switching in. We also can't use Golisopod because Hurricane will kill Golisopod as well. So I need to switch this thing into Arcanine. The problem there is that Arcanine can tank Hurricane specifically well, but Hurricane plus Magma Storm Chip plus Confusion, all that jazz, it's a bit of a nightmare. This Crobat has choice specs though, so whatever he chooses on the Invernape, he's locked into. Now, initially, the pre-damage we've got on that line there at 220 was to bait specifically. It's not even the right damage, is it? No, it was actually 218 I would have needed. Because he's going to take. Oh no, 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 that's not right. That's not right. Put a pin in that. Takes 27, so 54, 54 off that. It's 34 off that. Yeah, it's just wrong. Like it would have needed to have been like four less. Yeah, so if we're baiting Sludge Bomb and it's a 50-50 between Sludge Bomb and Hurricane, then what that means is when we switch to Arcanine, we'll see that it's Sludge Bomb, we can immediately go to Excadrill. Now, usually, if an enemy's choiced into a move that's ineffective against your Mon, then that means it's 50 switch out on every turn. But there's a few caveats as to where they won't do that. One is if they're below 50% HP themselves, which Crobat will not be. Or secondly, if it sees that you can outspeed and one shot everything it's got in the back. It may not be one shot, it may be outspeed and two shot. Um, but Excadrill actually outspeeds and one shots both. So, in essence, what I'm saying there is if Crobat goes Sludge Bomb, he will not switch out despite the fact that he won't be doing anything into Excadrill, which is great. Um, but I'm also thinking that, like, if we actually go low enough to bait random move of the four, Arcanine will take anything that isn't Hurricane. We can still switch out on the Sludge Bomb and do the Excadrill thing. But if it's Heat Wave or Hidden Power Grass, how have I not spotted that? My God, that's so stupid. Yeah, okay, so we'll do that then. I mean, it's a 1 in 4. He still uses Hurricane, and we can win if he uses Hurricane, but it relies on not getting confused and hitting ourselves. Like, I think even once is a problem. Okay, so Infernape, -1, -1. He needs to be at 36 after 2 turns of Magma Storm Chip. Each turn he's taken an 8. 232 is divisible by 8. It's divisible 29 times. Oh no, 220 was right. So he's going to take 58 damage, and I've just said he needs to be at that, so therefore he needs to be at 94 instead. Let me just double check that one more time. 1/8 of 233. Let's round it down to 232. That is 25 plus 4 is 29. 29 times 2 is 58. 58 plus 36 is 44, is 94, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so this works. I kind of lost where I was up to with this. So we did give him Rock Tomb, okay. Have we given the Shed Shells? We have. Life of Citrus, Citrus. Okay, we're actually ready, yeah. Just need the pre-damage. We want to go down to 94. It's always safe as well because Inferno's not taking the hit damage. Still though, 1 and 4. Where's he at? He's still got loads left. Um, it's not that much anyway. Just wait. It's 94, so I need like 17. You know what? Fuck it. That's fine. It's not a strict cap. I just need to be at most 94. All right. Okay, let's do it. Really need this Crobat to play ball. Like, it doesn't factor in accuracy, and I know that. But like in an ideal world, it would look and think I've got four moves, three of which are 100% accurate, and all three of those kill. There's no reason for me to go for the inaccurate Hurricane. It's not necessarily a loss if he does go Hurricane, but did I get that right? No, it's 44. Wait, I don't care. Just show me something. Sludge Bomb. Okay, fine. Absolutely fine. That is absolutely fine. We can do the X schedule thing now. Don't think that matters. Did I just shut up? That's a thing. How have I never heard anyone mention that? So, if you're paying attention there, what's just happened is I've just used Rapid Spin and he's not in Magma Storm anymore. That is game breaking there. You'll notice as well, it baits down the line because it should have been Toxapex, ideally there, because he's actually can do damage enough to kill Excadrill, but then we Earthquake and he kills. Wow. And you know what? That's just saved my bacon there as well because, uh, you know what? I'm gonna have so sorry, right? I'm babbling. Um, I'm actually going to call it here because there's a fight. I think it's the third grunt where Excadrill comes in. There's a little bit of risk in that fight. And I think with the knowledge that Magma Storm actually goes after Rapid Spin, which is what Excadrill's doing on turn 1 of that fight as it stands, but he's got a Shed Shell equipped. I think that changes things massively. I actually think that Excadrill can sweep that whole fight. Yeah, right. Okay, I'm just going to call it here. I'll be back in like 20 minutes or something like that. Okay. So on this one, everyone but Dragapult. So this is Glycopor, Glycod. Let's see what I did there. Um, Pangoro, Primarina, and who's the other one? Lucario. Okay, Lucario, rather annoyingly, needs damage. Okay. I am. Oh wait, hang on. Items. Okay, so we want shed shells on Lucario. That might be it. Oh, there's no point giving him that now because whatever. Yeah, it's just on Lucario, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Life Orb on Pangoro. I think it's a citrus berry. Well, it's a Chesto berry on Dragapult. It's a citrus berry on Primarina. Is anyone below level? No. A Lag and Tail on you and a citrus berry on you. I mean, they do the same thing. It's exactly the same thing. And then, for fuck's sake, I'm planning on using that Light Orb to chip Lucario now. Gotta remember to switch them back. I don't really want to have to do both of those things at the same time, so I'm not going to put the poison on Glycopod just yet. I'm going to burn Lucario though. Okay. Oh no, that's not what I meant. Hang on. Okay. So repel off. And we're just going to vacuum leave them. This will give us burn chip, and no, it won't give us burn chip. That's not how that works. Oh, for fuck's sake. He's not got any like setup moves, has he? No. Fuck off. All right, fine. We'll just do a life orb. My God. Forgot if you win the fight, you don't take the burn chip. I had a brief look at Null, the ROM hack Null, in case you didn't know. Which I think is like a similar vibe to Running Button. I don't know enough about it. But that has some interesting quality of life stuff in that game. And again, this isn't me making a complaint about Running Button. I think this game's fantastic. Um, but like, you don't even have to do the whole poison thing, overworld damage. I don't know if overworld damage on poison's a thing in that because obviously it's not in later gens. Um, but in that game, you can actually just choose what pre-damage you want, which I think is really helpful. It is new, whereas like Run and Bun's been out for like 2 years at this point. Yeah, I need two more. He's already burnt. It's like I'm worried about like what I'm gonna do against like level one mons. Like, oh, okay, that's enough. So make sure we get the burn off him as well, and then we just need two more potions. Take the roast off and the burn off him with roast. Now let's get the items the right way around. Give him a shed shell. Give him the life orb. Let's get team order in the right way, and then let's pre-damage Glycopod, and then we're good to go. Okay, poison Glycopod. 193. So that's 27. 15 left. Eight left. Two left. Okay, should be it. And it is. All right, grunt two. This fight's a less risky. I don't know why I can't talk today. Stuttering all over the place. It's the heat. I am honestly dreading this weekend. Like it's 21, I think now, and in this room I'm in, it is just way too hot, and it's looking like it'll reach 30 on Sunday. Like, nope, not for me. I do not take well to the heat. Am I missing anything? I don't think I am. 109, 193, Chesto. Yeah, we're good. Let's go. There's a joke in there about Hell Room and the current weather. Not a funny joke, mind you, but I think we'd have been fine to crit there. Okay, Lucario comes in, Magma Storm Chip, kills a Meteor Mash, down to 55. Yep. And then this brings in Jump Bluff. That is exactly the range we need to always see an air/kill from Jump Bluff. We go into Glycopod, who takes that well. Citrus Procs. It's not the last we've seen a Glycopod in this fight. And then we can go into Dragapult. So Dragapult is a two-shot with Dragon Dart. I could really do with seeing Spore here. Yeah, there we go. I think it was odds on to do Spore. Hence the Chesto. Okay, and now we can Dragon Darts. We should have this now. Should. I actually don't know what can go wrong from here. Blaze Kick crit into Infernape. Not Infernape. Sack. Pangorum. That's the one. He's going knockoff here. So we switch into Glycopod on the knockoff. That always triggers a second emergency exit. We bring in Pangoro for free. Pangoro's holding the life up so he can take the kill always with life up here. On Scalp Cut. Blaze Kick. Crit wouldn't have mattered. And he's gone. Now here's a very interesting interaction. Turtonator comes in. Turtonator sees a kill. We can't kill him. Turtonator, because he's got Draco Meteor, is holding an eject pack, meaning that whenever his stats are dropped, he's going to be exited out. Pangoro has a switcher move. It's Parting Shot, which lowers his stats. This Turtonator is about to be ejected. And he is. And he switches into Licky Licky. Licky Licky has one move. It's Explosion. We outspeed, and we can flip turn out. I couldn't go straight into Dragapult because that would have been an extra. I mean, given the HP range, where we actually could have done that. But we need to be at Dragapult when he goes for Explosion. And we're only having to deal with one tick of Magma Storm. And now we just kill this thing with Draco Meteor. It's that easy. Okay, one more. Okay. Yeah, so as I alluded to at the start, annoyingly, I got excited often because the Excadrill Rapid Spin interaction with the Magma Storm doesn't really do what I thought it might. It's fine though, like this fight, I'm pretty sure is free. We do need Glycopods. We do need Glysaur. We do need Dragapult. We don't need the other three. Instead, we need Excadrill, Hydreigon, and why am I not seeing who the other one is? Is it just Breloom on a possible sack? Excadrill, Hydreigon, Dragapult, Hydreigon, Golisopod, Glysaur. No. Okay, so hi Breloom. You want to come for a ride? Sure. I promise I'll never quote fucking Aqua again. Okay. Right, and then we need again, I'm not prepared to risk it. I'm pretty sure he doesn't need Shed Shell. I'm not gonna risk it. So Shed Shell on you. Silver Powder on you. Life Orb on you. I don't know if Glycopod needs Life Orb this time. I don't actually think he does. He's only switching out once. And I don't even think we necessarily need to do that. Okay. And then just a little bit of pre-damage on Glycopod. He probably doesn't even need it. I think it's only like the lowest of low rolls. I've gone too far, haven't I? Yeah. Let's go down another 15 so we can use a potion instead of an orange berry. Oh, perfect. So, full heal. Get rid of that. And then potion. There we go. Right, let's do it. I say let's do it. We're fucking miles away. Right order? Yeah. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Right, grunt free. Gavage doesn't see a kill. He's always got sticky webs yet. Rapid spin. Earthquake. No magma storm damage is fascinating there. So he's going Earthquake here on Excadrill, so he switched to Hydreigon. Takes Magma Storm chip. And we U-turn out into Dragapult on Facade. Yes. And now we can just kill the thing with Life Orb Dragon Darts. Nice. This brings in Magmortar. It's the only thing that's not one shot and outsped. And now he's going to go for Psychic. Like a fool. Okay. Now, looking at this in the calc, and originally what I had here is that we Dark Pulse twice, which will leave him with a Sliver, and then we U-turn. There's a problem with that. If we were to... So look, we didn't high roll there, but if we did high roll on either one and killed him, it would fuck up the line, and we'd probably lose something, which is where Golisopod comes in. He's choice locked into Psychic right now. We U-turn. He went first. Okay, we don't need Golisopod. He went first. We're speed tied, which is why that matters. Okay. I forgot to mention that in the line, actually. It's a good thing we caught that. Earthquake. Crunch time. 99, 99, 90% chance. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Yeah, fuck you, Arbok, you little prick. And we've won from here. Nice. Acrobatics killed. Amazing. All right. So we've managed to actually get through all of the non-boss fights of, I mean, I guess you could have it for a boss fight, I don't know. The non-boss fights of Magma Hideout, losing only one Mon on a fucking misclick in the second fight. Um, that floater loss will forever haunt me. I am still absolutely furious that that happened, but, you know, maybe I'll wake up tomorrow and it won't bother me so much. But we're going to call it here. Oh my God, when I can actually fly back there. And I'm going to spend some time planning Tabitha and Maxine. Okay.